Welcome to Simon NoChaNoMa. Welcome to Simon's living room. Well, it's not actually my living room. It's my parents' living room, but you saw it last week if you were with us last week, and here it is. And here also is my guest for today, who has kindly joined us from amongst the piles of presents and wires and whatnot, all the way from Southampton. It's Hedge Hayden. Hello, Hedge.
Hello. Good to see you again.
Yes. And we've just been discussing what we did over Christmas, which was mostly, mostly for me, lay about.
Yeah.
But Hedge actually does actually conscientiously do work and things as well over.
Yes.
Well, I shall ask you for the sake of the audience. I'm just opening a beer.
Oh, right. Very nice.
Early, but it's Christmas, so I'm making a mess. Where I got that? No, oh dear. Right, and a glass. You may join me, Hedge, if you care to. I don't know whether it's too early for you.
Oh no, absolutely. It's just I'll stick to sort of maybe some whiskey in a cup, hiding it away from people.
Okay.
My goodness, just like Granddad used to do. Yeah. Oh God. But yes, here we are, end of 2019, going into 2020. So now we can all start wearing flapper skirts again.
Well, yeah, whatever turns you on.
I don't know. You occasionally go, it's like, I could say it's Bermuda shorts.
Yes, it's just the hairy legs that give it away, isn't it? Well, what I'm going to do as well is, for those of you who got this on, my friend Radri, it's a podcast. It's a podcast, and Give Me a Break Man says that you don't have to watch when you're doing his laundry videos. You just have to put it on the background. So in the background, I'm going to have some music playing because I figured it out how it works.
Ooh.
So if you get bored watching us, you can always sit back, close your eyes, and listen to the music. There we go.
Funky. Yes.
This is the Marquis. I shall give them credit. I don't know if any of them are still alive.
Oh, yes, I've heard of them. Yes.
This is from 1964. It's Popeye Stroll.
Yep, I've heard of their stuff before. Very interesting kind of sort of instrumental supermarket music. Very nice.
That's just grooving down the aisle while you get your sprouts.
So, what are we going to do today then?
I'm going to have a mince pie. I don't know about anybody else.
It's like I might join you in that hunt. No. Yes.
Just create immense amounts of crumbs in my clothes.
Absolutely. Superb.
Judging from the number of people watching, which is one, this could be one of those shows that's seen on replay.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Everyone's sort of like, oh God, it's so early in the morning. Oh my God. Bleary-eyed and everything. Still trying to digest the remains of Christmas leftovers.
We've got at least half turkey still left.
We've still got 11 pounds of turkey left, yeah. Oh, but my goodness!
I didn't. I brought because I brought my computer to do the show. I didn't bring a cool box, so there's not too much. Not too much I can take back with me when I go to Belgium in terms of like food. It will be handy because my fridge is empty.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas is usually a time when you're supposed to spend time relaxing, but of course I've just been desperately trying to finish up audio books, so I've been working on those and then coming straight back from the annual visit to the parents and then typing out emails to people going, hey, give me some work.
But it's Christmas. Yes, but I need to pay the bills.
Yeah, I need to pay bills and everything. Yeah, I did an audition last night for a book about advantages of sort of public speaking and things like that. And the guy said he wanted it done in a hip New York accent. I was like, okay, right, New York accent. What's that? Right, look up Christopher Walken. Let's look up Christopher Walken. See if I can do that. So then I've done an audition in the New York accent for sort of 15 advantages of different ways to approach public speaking with this sort of really bad impersonation of Christopher Walken. So I've been using that. So
the sum of the idea of how to achieve public speaking success by Christopher Walken needs more cowbell.
Yes. Well, guys, if you're going to speak publicly and you have a fever, the only antidote is more cowbell. And believe me, when Christopher Walken says you need more cowbell, well, you need more cowbell.
Cowbell.
It's like this book is supposed to last 2 hours. It now lasts 4.
Yeah.
It's like the whole sort of William Shatner thing, where everything is stilted to the point of taking so long to speak the lines.
That's how I could spread the show out. Like,
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, another person that did that was Adam West when he was playing Batman. He was Robin. The Joker is not playing his usual game. We need to look further into his repertoire. It's like he would always stretch out his lines so he got so much more screen time than Burt Ward did. Just imagine Burt Ward off camera going, "Is it my turn yet? Is it my turn yet?" My God. Yes, if you wonder what I do, and I'm sort of just
the audience. I would ask the audience, how was their Christmas? I can't see anybody.
Oh God!
Can you see anyone?
No.
It's just me and you.
I can't see anyone around here.
No.
I think everybody's heard me talking and going, "Oh right, I had enough of this already."
That's like from my erotic audiobook.
Oh, don't diss that. That got me a lot of work.
Well, yeah. So people going. Should I be? I'm a NoChaNoMa. Lots of shades of grey.
The thing about that kind of thing is so many people will diss it, but then in secret, it's all a guilty pleasure that people will refuse to accept that everybody listens to. It's like we know, you know, we're all human beings. We know what goes on.
Because we read it.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, we listen to it. We know what's going on. Oh. But, yeah. I don't think I could be a person that would do justice to 50 Shades of Grey, because I'd be reading it and then halfway through I'd be going, oh God, it's like I have to read this. This is terrible. Oh.
What was the show? The Graham Norton show.
Yes.
A clip, or showed me a clip from the Graham Norton show, and Graham Norton asked the audience, "How many of you have read it?" And all the women put their hands up. And, "How many men have read it?" And like one guy put his hand up. Who's the guy who read it? Who, you know, have you read it all? Yeah. And, what did you think? You know, what did you think of it? You know, was it good? No, it was shite.
But it is. It's a modern version of sort of Mills and Boon. You know, those sort of terrible erotic novels with the covers that were this sort of just stereotypical well-built man desperately saving a damsel in distress from a crumbling castle.
Yes, they used to be on little racks in the newsagents. Yes, I remember that.
I think they said to an artist, they made him watch all the Hallmark movies and went, "Draw that."
So how many women?
So he just Hey, Graham Norton.
Man, I've read the books. I read it. There.
Show yourself.
Did you read? Have you really read the books? Yeah. Did you enjoy them? No, they're shut.
Graham Norton is a national treasure. He is brilliant.
Yes, I'm not going to fall off backwards into like
The red chair.
Yeah, red chair.
Oh God. I mean, getting tickets for that show is like finding gold dust.
Oh yeah, and it's like the Tokyo Olympics.
Oh yeah. You have to sign up sort of about 6 months in advance. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, when you're someone that big, you can command the long waiting lists.
Yeah. Unlike this show. We'll be grateful.
Yes. Graham Norton has long waiting lists. We have long lag times. Ah. Oh. But I've recently completed a book on computer programming, which was quite fun. Somebody said, "Can you do an audiobook on computer programming?" It's like, yeah, I can do that. There's no problem. So of course I thought it would be just directions and sort of like information on sort of how to do it. But of course, there's loads of coding language. So of course I've got to read it out sort of phonetically. It's like reading open brackets, open double quotes, close brackets, less than symbol, ampersand, $sign. It's like, oh my God. Like, are you reading phonetic swearing? It's like, no, it's code. It was a 2.7 hour book. It ended up being 4 hours long. There's a way to pad it out, Just read every punctuation symbol. John jumped up, pumping his fist in the air, exclamation point. Someone that really wants that immersive experience, I want to know exactly what the author was saying. I want you to read every single piece of punctuation. In depth, new line.
Not the nuances. Not the nuances.
Oh. Accidentally gives me their first draft, and there's all the extra bits in there which you read in the margin. The way the author really wanted it to be communicated. With all his notes.
Audio books with margin notes.
Oh God, yeah, that would be great.
And references.
Oh, I've had to do that. I've had to read out reference lists as well. I've done a scientific paper. You have to read the references at the end. Oh my God!
Oh, at the end, it's not like you have those books. I mean, certainly in actual books where you read it, and there's a little number of word in the sentence at the end of the sentence, and then that refers to a note at the bottom.
Oh yes, yes.
To do that.
Like, footnote 1. This information was correct at time of press. As of the current time you're reading this, I am unaware if it is correct. Please check your local library for details. It's like, yes, do your own referencing. What am I? I was just the author.
Excuse me. I mean, where did you put my glass? Hang on.
No, have you lost something?
Do this. Yeah, well, I'm trying to balance. I'm on a rocking chair, and the microphone is
Oh, God.
And if I move too violently, like last week, it will fall off. So, there we go.
Oh, good grief! Ooh.
That's for the audio effect of to make people thirsty.
ASMR.
3 people watching. Two people. Daniel. Did someone say punctuation? Yes. How was your Christmas been, Daniel? Daniel, this is Hedge. Hedge, this is Daniel. Daniel, Wasabi Cars, he is in Kyushu.
Ah, hello.
South Island of Japan.
Oh, very nice.
Happy Christmas. I'm enjoying beer and cake.
It's the traditional over Christmas. Usually somebody comes in and goes, I've made this incredibly dense fruitcake. I have fed it 3 bottles of whiskey, 2 bottles of brandy, covered it in marzipan and icing. Have a small slice. It'll weigh you down for another 3 days. Crazy.
My mother has actually changed plans this year. She made an icing-free, marzipan-free, whiskey-free Christmas cake. So it's a Christmas cake. It's been told. Well, I've been told it is a Christmas cake, but it has no marzipan. No. Actually, it's quite light. It's light without being weighed down. It's quite good actually.
Oh, so it's a naked Christmas cake.
It's
Literally what it is.
I didn't know that. And apparently, Daniel's into coding. What type of coding? He's waiting for an answer. What type of coding was it that you were having to with the programming language that you were?
Oh, this was a programming language called Python, which is, I think, it's a variation on C or something like that. It's one of these modern programming languages. It's like I didn't learn it when I did computing. The closest thing I got to that was C++. And then it was like, this is the most modern language. Nothing will ever improve upon this. And whereupon they improved upon it. So
Python. It's passed on language. It is no more.
Yeah, it's a popular one for games programming. I think a lot of people use it for that. So
So you could recommend the book to Daniel, and he could listen to it and
absolutely, yes.
Fall asleep.
Crazy, but this is the work I do. So always looking for weird new ideas. I found a couple of Christmas books, and someone was saying, this book is 80,000 words, only done in 2 weeks, at which point everyone was spamming him and going, are you serious? You want an 80,000 word book done in two weeks? It's like, who the hell do you think you are? Maybe if you had a team of narrators and a team of editors, each person narrates an entirely different chapter. Yeah. That'd be a great one, an audio book with about 15 celebrity actors, all of which do a different chapter.
And different styles.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. That'd be mad.
Oh, hang on. We got real elevator music going on now.
Oh, fantastic. Yes. This reminds me of the music from the Generation game when the things are going past on the conveyor belt. It's a set of luxury crockery. A small dining table, a nesting set of trestles, a cuddly toy.
PHP is as hardcore as it'll get, as you'll get. PHP, is that not some kind of substance?
That's what I thought it was. Yes, yeah, some banned illegal drug or something.
This is why you find Daniel in the bushes. He's doing PHP.
Police knocking down doors, finding loads of people coding. We weren't doing anything.
No. Daniel prefers JDM to PHP. In joke for Japanese car enthusiasts.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, I do know that street racing is quite popular in Japan. At least the mangas would have me believe that.
You didn't come across any when you were there?
No, I didn't know. I don't think I was in the right areas for it. I think it's mountains where they do a lot of street racing. I think anyway. I'm just going by what I've read. So.
You were in Kawasaki, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then I wandered off to Yokohama.
No, I never went to Yokohama. No.
But it's in Kawasaki. The theatre is in Kawasaki.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's the Yokohama Theatre Group based in Kawasaki. So.
Right. Yeah, that's what confused me. It's easily done.
Yeah. Well, they originally were in Yokohama. They then moved, but decided to keep the name. So, it's like those companies that call themselves sort of Johnsons of Romsey, and then they're based in Eastleigh, and it's like, huh? But it's a talking point. So it's a nice little theatre.
Well, yeah.
It's one of those independent groups.
Based in Belgium, but in I'm currently drinking Razorback.
Ooh, very nice.
Which is one of a set of beers that I got received for Christmas, and this is why I'm drinking it now. Oh, I like this one.
Oh my, that's loud. I guess drowning us out.
Hang on, I can't turn it down anymore. If I turn it down anymore, it'll switch off.
Lowest volume possible. My word. This sounds like the kind of music they play at the end of a show in order to get people to leave. Right, show's over now. You can leave now. Like the actors want to come out from behind the stage.
There's no apologies necessary, Daniel. Daniel is apologising for the fact that he has a punishing work schedule and has not been able to produce videos for YouTube.
Oh yeah, as is the way of the part-time.
Lazy and
Yeah. Oh my word. Oh, good grief. So let's see. So any plans for 2020?
Plans for 2020. I will spend the gift voucher that I was given by my sons for Christmas, which will be on a Rode NT-A1 studio microphone.
Ooh, very nice.
And with an XLR cable and an interface and dangly bits and pop filter and all that business. And then I shall attempt to improve on the pillows and dressing gown and, for soundproofing, and make a serious effort to produce what do you call it? A show reel. I have a show reel on this computer, but it was made with this microphone. So to what extent that is usable, I don't know. Kampai, Daniel. He's got a chew high.
Hey, wonderful. I just bought a very, very cheap one off Amazon, but then invested in some intense sort of audio proofing. So that's what I use. So.
And other plans would be more of the same, like work. And eventually, towards the end of the year, going to Japan again. Have you got plans to go again?
Nice. I'd really like to, but at the moment, I don't think it's feasible with where I am right now, because obviously I've still got my degree to finish up, and after that, I've then got to sort of come up with some real sort of work. So I may be spending a lot of time doing audio work and things like that. But once I sort of get established in the industry, I think then I could sort of look into doing that, possibly relocation, things like that. That sort of idea of moving away and starting afresh, as people do. You know, I need to find a way to renew myself. Yeah.
Yes. Daniel says his show reel is on a fishing line that he doesn't use. You know, just for show.
Oh, damn. There's one thing I've never done. My father bought me a fishing rod and a fishing reel when I was younger. I never used it. Never actually used the thing.
It's just for show.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's where it was. It's like I have no idea how to use this. It was like even watching sort of championship fishing shows and going, "How is this a thing? It was like Bassmasters. How on earth is this a thing?"
Bassmasters.
Yes. Yeah.
The exciting world of fishing.
Competitive fishing. It's on Sky TV about 2 a.m. in the morning when nobody's up. Yeah. You always know it's the boring sports when they fill the 2 a.m. slot. It was like those really bad TV shows that they would import from America, like Highlander the series or Renegade. It was like Channel 4 in the UK would go, "Oh, it's 2 a.m. We need something to fill this with. What have we got? sexy game show, really bad infomercial. Cheap American series that was filmed in a warehouse. Yeah, put that in there. And these things gained cult followings because everyone was watching them and going, "Is this real? Is this real? Was this made by a company, or is this like a group of students who just needed to do something?"
That's where you were going wrong. Daniel has pointed out what you should have been doing with the fishing rod for show. You actually just clobber the fish with it.
You use the bot, yeah. Bah! There we go.
I'd watch that. Fish clubbing.
Yes, fish clubbing. Yes.
Fish.
There we go. Just watching loads of grown men standing knee deep in water, just standing there waiting.
Waiting.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what championship fishing is. Golf. Oh, golf's not bad. At least you don't have to wait for the ball to sort of stop move. Well, you do have to wait for the ball to stop moving, but
moving.
At least you can sort of look at it and go, and you've got that wonderful soft voiceover going. And here we are on the 15th green. And as you can see, there's a slight slope to the right. And of course, a little hit there will mean it will curve round. And of course, even when they hit a putt that's about 20 meters away and everybody cheers, the announcer is just, and that's amazing. Superb work there. Never any excitement, just a slight sort of happy smile on the voice. That's about it.
British. It's very British.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. No excitement at all. Yeah.
It's like this show. There's no excitement at all.
Yeah, British commentators. I mean, British football commentators are probably some of the best, mainly because they never get sort of like super excited with that. They just sort of cheer while they're talking. And here comes David Beckham approaching the goal there, passing it to Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp passes back to Beckham, and it's in and goal. Never shown excitement. We'll just get higher in pitch.
If you just joined us on Simon NoChaNoMa today, this is Simon NoChaNoMa. This is my guest, Ed Shaden.
Hello. But yeah, that's pretty much sort of commentating and everything. It's like voice must match the sport,
Yes, I mean, like I was telling you before, my friend asked me to do some voice for the podcast. It was the same text, but I had to sort of do it in different. And I was trying to imagine, because it's fairly straightforward. It's a filmmaker's podcast. 20th Century Fox, or like a kind of one of those trailer voices from the cinema. The next top action film.
Oh yes, the gravelly voiced man. Yes.
Yes.
Coming soon from the studio that brought you Star Wars 4, 5, and 6. Comes the greatest battle in outer space since 2001, with 3 men versus a computer with a red light as a face.
Oh, shut up!
Oh my goodness!
It's like son number 1 just decided to spontaneously play bagpipes, as you do.
Anything for self-promotion,
Too much plays too much. Son number. Brothers, it's brotherly love.
With my family, I consider it tolerance. That's what I say.
You should take up your own instrument and annoy the hell out of him. He's going to get two panelists together and bang them together. That'll be his instrument.
That's the old stomp, isn't it? His music. They use discarded broom handles and empty rubbish bags.
But, did you ever go and see them? Do their shows? Have you been to see them?
No, I never have actually. No, I haven't. I've seen them perform on TV shows, but I've never actually seen one of their concerts. No. But I know they have performed in Southampton a couple of times. But I don't think. I think there was one recently. Yes, I think there was one recently, but I know someone I know went to see it, but I was unaware that they were actually performing here. I sort of wasn't in the right circles.
Ah, yes. You weren't at the tip.
No, I wasn't. No.
where they source their instruments.
Yeah, probably just local buildings. Like, oh, this will do. It's like, how can we step it up this year? Ah, a wheelbarrow. Yes. So that's.
Have you been to see any shows at all?
Sorry?
Christmas shows. Have you been to see any Christmas shows?
No, I haven't. No. I think there's very
Christmas
sort of.
business.
Oh God, no. I think I've grown out. I've grown up for Panto now. As I've grown out of it now. It's sort of. It's become sort of. There's a washed-up celebrity who really needs a job. What can we do for them? Give him Panto. That will do.
There we are.
You see the X Factor winner is now in Panto because they can't get any work. Which I've seen, yeah. I've seen Joe McElderry in Panto. Ah, right. Singing career's dried up. Now needs to work in Panto. God.
Terrible nightmares. I could never work in Panto. I've been on the stage, I think, about 3 times in my entire life, and all of that was at school.
Oh, really?
You were obliged. Obliged. I mean, I think when I was about 12, there was an end of year show, and we had to do a sketch.
It's like, yes, write and perform a play. It's like, we're 7 years old. How the hell are we supposed to write and perform a play? It's like, children don't have that much. Children have imagination, but they don't have that much imagination. It's like, oh, we wrote a play about doing a play in school. It's like,
it was a meta play.
Yeah. Yes, children have 2 levels of imagination. Really, really extreme that not even Michael Bay could do. Or so lackluster, it's literally a front room sitting on a couch talking to each other, which is basically Greek plays.
Well, it's basically, yes, this show.
Yeah. Greek plays, 2 men talking to each other with a group of people behind as the chorus going, now they're talking to each other. It's like, my God.
I'm going to have to take this jacket off. It's too warm.
Oh, good. Good grief.
The central heating has kicked in. Excuse me. And I also got an excuse to get that chocolate off. It's Christmas.
Ah. An ulterior motive.
My nephew. I'll just step across here because there's some sweets over there that I've seen.
Professional content, that's what this is.
Excuse me.
Oh, I see. It wasn't even wrapped.
Chocolate, Malteser. Hi, Ellen. Oh, Ellen's got to dropped in to say hello, but she's busy and got to go. Well, it's nice for you to drop in, Ellen. Thank you. I have guests who come just to see me and then go.
Leave. Hi, just saying hi, going.
That's rather good. So, are you going on a diet after Christmas, or Are you just continuing?
I am very bad at sticking to regimented things like that. So I'll try, but nothing will come of it. I might lose a couple of pounds and go, that's a success. I can stop now.
Yeah, I was quite successful. I cut out carbs and sugar, and I was able to get back into trousers that I wasn't thinking I'd have to buy new trousers. And then I came to England.
Yeah, food everywhere. Oh. Any plans for New Year's Eve?
Go home. And hope. Well, see you, Simon. Oh, Daniel's got to go as well. Okay.
Oh my word!
See you, Daniel. The 2 viewers have gone.
Oh.
Yes, I shall go home and attempt to communicate with people online, hopefully. But that otherwise, it's going to bed early.
No clubs offering all-night partying then.
The only time I ever went to a club was in Japan, and it was the first time I'd ever been. I mean, in years that I'd actually been to a club. I mean, might as well go all in and go to a nightclub in Japan. Oh, he was joking. Daniel was joking. He's still here.
Hey, thank goodness. YouTube Live with no viewers. My word.
That does happen. I mean,
it's literally, which means it's literally a conference call. That's pretty much what it is. It's a conference call. The moment people stop watching, you're literally in a meeting. That's pretty much what it is.
Frederick is here. Hello, Frederick. Are you working at Christmas, Frederick? Frederick has a mega beard and older than us and lives in Zurich. From Lausanne. He's in Lausanne. So you're not working. But he's retired. He's retired, of course. Of course you're retired, haven't you, Frederick? He's only like 50 odd and retired. I'm quite jealous. But were you kidding? Says Daniel. How many chew highs have you had? But Frederick was the one who warned me that I'd scheduled this for the wrong time. So I'm quite grateful to him.
Maybe that's where all the viewers are. They all still think it's at 11:30 p.m. So they're all looking, going, "Oh, I've got ages to go. Got plenty of time."
And they'll turn up and it'll all get finished.
I have to schedule a replay. Just show it through. So, yes, you can catch the repeat.
Yeah, so the edited version.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's all what modern TV is these days. Just repeats. BBC, you pay your license fee for repeats.
Or just it's abysmal. I mean, I when we come here, I mean, me and my sons just sit on our phones and look at YouTube because the television is just nothing. Apart from why we quite like to watch, quite like that.
Oh, QI is a very good show, yes. It's one of the few sort of quality panel shows that's left now. Because, of course, we still have I Got News for You, which is the irreverent news quiz that's been going for about 25 years, I think, now. It's been going for a long time.
Long time, yeah.
Very long time. I think it's the longest running quiz show on BBC TV. And that one is immensely popular. I mean, trying to get tickets for that is probably even more difficult than Graham Norton. Well, I haven't tried, so.
Not enough chew high is the only answer, says Daniel. There's always the douche who will disagree, my doctor. Where were we? Yes, I mean, Oh, this next week. It could be an interesting show next week. There will be comedy. But you will have to be full because it's Japanese comedy.
Oh, okay.
Two Japanese comedians, stand-up comedians, will be joining me on the show.
Oh, fantastic!
I'm giving them an entire list of questions, which my singer friend from Hong Kong, she has very kindly translated those questions word for word into Japanese, and she'll be. I'll be asking in English. She'll then translate it into Japanese. They will answer in Japanese. She'll translate it back to. It could be quite a slow show.
Oh yeah. 3 times as long to allow for translations. Yeah.
So that will be interesting. I mean, yeah. So please watch next week. Those of you who are not watching this week, I mean, I forgive you for not turning up and watching. I did spam everybody, but it's Christmas. They've got better things to do. So,
yeah.
Well, it's the Christmas period, Tom. I mean, this is why the show is called "Waiting for the Future." It's that limbo period between after Boxing Day and before New Year.
Yeah, it's that weird sort of floating point where everyone goes, "What exactly do we do?" Nobody actually knows what this is called. It's like everybody says, "Oh yes, it's the 12 days of Christmas." Yes, but what are they called? Well, it's the 12 days of Christmas. Yes, but what are they? It's like nobody knows. Nobody knows what this area is called.
Yes, it's kind of like try and carry on what they were doing at Christmas, but not too much so that it doesn't eat into New Year. So you've still got to. I mean, it's good. I suppose it's that sort of limbo period where you have a little bit of time to sort of prepare to get into the mood for New Year.
Yes. So desperately try and use up sort of leftovers and everything, and then go, right, we're ready for that big party on New Year's Eve where they'll be serving all their leftovers, but repackaged as new things. It's like, oh yes, we've got turkey sandwiches. Oh, how lovely. And we've got these sausage rolls that we've used up. Also, we've got small sausages wrapped in bacon as well. Yes, we've come up with these on our own. It's like, no, you didn't. It's like, I better look in your fridge. They're all basically from the local supermarket.
Yeah.
All party foods, yeah.
Yeah.
So everything starts being reduced now. All the party food starts being reduced in supermarkets. So.
Well, if I had a cool box, I would be down there like a shot and taking it back to Belgium to fill my fridge.
My housemate has just told me that your stream isn't showing as live on YouTube.
Oh, am I still on YouTube? I'm connected to the internet. That's strange.
Like, I'm just passing on a message and seeing if it's anything showing up. My housemate's pretty savvy about this kind of thing, so.
Hang on. Let's have a look. I'm still live now. 2 watching. Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah, still there.
Yeah. See me. Simon NoChaNoMa is live.
Okay.
Okay. We're good. We just must be sound. We're not live in sound.
There's a little glitch somewhere in the system. So.
It's live everywhere else, but except your apartment.
Yes. Our flat is the only place where it's not live. Yeah. So everyone else gets it. We are like, no, you're participating, so you don't get it. It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
We'll just have to replay it ourselves, and remember exactly what we said, and then do it again to replay. Like you were saying, you could pop round. You could pop round. You said, I said, oh yeah, it's like 360 miles.
Yeah, okay. I looked at train journeys, like about 6 hours on the train. It's like, what? Man,
it is. If I've
arrived
11:30 at night, it would have been all right. Yeah, you could have got
it. Yes. I've been fine, been no problem at all. Yeah. It was sort of like, I think the earliest train was about 6 a.m. So you get there about 12 o'clock and be like, no, I'm only half an hour late.
There we are. Have a turkey sandwich.
Oh, God. Just collapse from exhaustion. Oh, my God. Yes. So we've got sort of New Year's Eve to look forward to, and of course it's going to be one of the big ones because of course it's 2020. So like, do you remember the millennium when it went from 1999 to 2000?
Yeah. We stood in the door. This is the hallway behind me here, and stood and looked out. And everybody in the town is below us here. It's like there's fireworks going on. Quite spectacular.
Oh yeah. I remember my sister used to go to a club in Salisbury, and they used to charge £10 to get in each Saturday night. And she went there on New Year's Eve, and they wanted £100 just to get into the club. It was like, what the hell are you offering, for God's sake? Are you giving free bottles of champagne to people? Not glasses, bottles. It's like £100. Seriously? I mean, because it's like 2020. There's bound to be some clubs which are sort of charging ridiculous amounts of money. Oh yes, no, it's just to come in because it's this day and age. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, but that's the nature of the world. Ridiculous charges. I hate that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, you can pay to get into the club. It was like, why? Like, why am I paying you to get into your place? Am I not paying you for the alcohol and everything?
This is what I mean, when I went to Japan, was that I went into a club, never realizing, or no, it wasn't a club, it was just a bar in Japan, and didn't realize at all. You go to a bar in the UK, and you just go in and you buy your drinks, and that's it, no problem. You pay for your drinks, and if you don't drink much or don't do it. Hello, I suddenly lost internet there. So
yes, I wonder.
Yeah, for some reason my internet disappeared. It's.
Oh dear.
I may have. Perhaps I said something sensitive. I don't know, but there will be a blank in the show. But I think it was coming to a natural end as this. So that was an unnatural end. But we'll wind up now, I think. and I shall play the intro as the outro, like I did last week. And I should like to thank Hedge for keeping me company.
Hey, you're welcome.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and the rest. And you do find a wonderful place to go for New Year's Eve. I may try that at some point in my life, going out on New Year's Eve. I used to
if
do.
you ever need any voices for possibly improvements on an introduction, you know where to come. So
Okay. Thanks, Hedge.
You're welcome.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to play us out with the intro, as it were, and I shall see you all next week. Is it the 4th of January, next Saturday? Possibly it is, isn't it? Yes, it's the 4th, and that will be when the stand-up comedians will be here, and hopefully I'll have better internet for that. But for now, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, the ones that were here and the ones that watch after the event. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye for now.